we should be live now. Yeah. Alrighty, being the hour of 9 o'clock, we'll call our meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Bobbitt.
Here.
Ronk.
Here.
Hess.
Here.
We do have a quorum. Please bow your head in prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for the day. Thank you for the many blessings you have given us, from the rain to the sunshine to our growing crops, dear Lord, that we appreciate everything that you do for us and that we humbly kneel down and give you thanks and praise for your great glory. I ask that you be with all of those that are traveling through our county, dear Lord. Keep them out of harm's way. Keep them safe. Keep all of our men and women serving in the armed forces, dear Lord, under your guidance and direction, dear Lord, as our Commander-in-Chief is leading us through some difficult days. Be with our President, be with our Vice President, and all those who serve in the capacity to serve us as we serve you, dear Lord. We dedicate our work to you. We hope it finds it pleasing to all that we say and do, dear Lord. I ask this all in thy precious name. Amen.
Amen.
Max, would you lead us in the flag salute, please?
Yes, I will. Salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And copy is done. I acknowledge that the agenda was properly posted in accordance with the Open Meeting Act.
Consider an act on the approval of the minutes for August 13, 2018 regular meeting.
Cindy, I think this needs to be back here in my comments. Hess will attend the CD meeting and the ACO district meeting in Alva on Wednesday. My meeting down at the city is today.
You're
It's
right.
Wednesday.
You're right. That should say Alva, and on mine, I did not catch that.
Okay, this is on your comment.
But his
Mine.
is Oklahoma City, and so is mine.
Oh, okay.
So I did not catch
We had
that.
Had the district meeting up there
Yeah.
at Alva.
We had our district meetings in Alva.
Okay, well,
And
I'm
then
going to
on
change.
mine also says, right here it said Oklahoma City, that should be Alva. I did not
so
catch
that
that.
should be, no problem. So Alva, and then on,
And on Max's, the very
Oh, he's
top
up
line,
above,
yeah, his should say Alva.
Alva. Okay.
Good catch.
Okay.
That's all right. And then the next sentence says Hess will attend the CDSA board meeting in Enid,
Oh, that was me.
and that's Pat.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want me to put Ronk will attend?
Put it under mine.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
put that,
Under
whole,
mine.
change
Okay.
it from Hess to Ronk, and then
And
put,
then move it down under his
Yes.
comments.
That one
Okay.
sentence should, yeah.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
All the way to Enid, and then
he will.
you'll go to CED.
Right, I'm going to
and-
go to the CD ACO. You covered that at first, and then he said he was going to come to the CD
Oh,
meeting
okay. Oh,
ACO
prior
meeting
to. Okay.
Wednesday.
Okay. And
Yeah, I
then
didn't catch
Just
that.
take this one sentence, copy and paste it down
Including-
here.
okay.
And leave, then his will just go from there to there and
okay.
make those
And
two.
is Ronk also going to the ACO meeting?
Yeah,
Yeah.
mhm,
And does
yeah, those are all in Alva.
Oh,
Those
they're
should
all
be-
in Alva.
that's
Okay,
in Alva,
okay,
in
okay.
Alva.
All right. Well, let me
Yeah.
have Mindy come see
Sorry
what we
about
got going,
that.
and I'll go in.
And one last thing, let's
Sure.
just strike that last sentence. District 1 will start chip and seal projects
Okay.
now because we're starting down in Pat's
Oh, okay.
district. So let's just scratch
Change
that.
of plans.
Yeah.
Well, you did say it, but
Yeah, you did say it.
yeah, doesn't
But it's
matter.
whatever. Yeah.
Well, we may start the project, but we're going to start in Pat's district if
Okay.
you want to.
Okay. And well, I'll go in and you want me to go do that? It's just the next item is well, I have a transfer, but I need to,
Okay, you need to be here for
Explain it,
that.
yeah.
Okay.
I move to approve the minutes as corrected.
Second.
Ronk moved, Hess seconded to approve the minutes of August 13, 2018 regular meeting as corrected. All in favor?
Bobbit.
Aye.
Ronk.
Aye.
Hess.
Aye.
All ayes. Motion carried unanimously. Comments
Okay.
from the public on below agenda items.
Well, what I needed to talk about is just on the transfer has to do with the AT&T phone.
Okay,
bill and all
well,
that,
we'll
so
go to
when we
that
get
next.
there,
Yeah. So no
no.
comments. Item A, transfer appropriations.
Okay, so Stephen came down and he was furious that the AT&T, I mean, I've never seen him so upset, and I'm just being honest. He said, we have got to get that paid or we are going to have our phone shut off. So I said, okay, if you're telling me to do this, you're going to back me up, and he said yes. So if you want to call Stephen, you can call Stephen. So we went ahead and paid the AT&T phone bill. So I have a breakout of, so what we did, let me find my sheets, because we determined who the 10 people are. District 2, OSU Extension, Court Clerk, County Clerk, Assessor, Treasurer, Commissioner's Office, which is divided by 3. How many is that?
1, 2,
Sheriff.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sheriff.
Election board.
Election Board. Is that 9? There should be 1.
Yeah, let's see. We got the sheriff, the treasurer, assessor, county clerk, court clerk.
Did we get D2? You got D2.
Mm-hmm, got D2
And the DA.
and the DA.
Yeah. Okay. So Pat and Max we had encumbered $1,700 for each district. So they were, which I asked Alex. I said, has that always been paid out of, like, the commissioners has been paid out of highway? Okay. So I have the breakdown. Let me find it here. And here it is. And here's the checks. So what we ended up doing was, because you had district, it was $1396.75 a piece, and so print that back out. I may have to run over and get it. So you owe Max. Okay, so what we did was we went ahead and, so with your a third of that would be 400 and, yeah, I'm sorry.
Ish.
Yeah, 400 and some. It was like.
So 465.58.
Yeah. So if you take $1396.75 and add the 465, that would have been
My
your portion.
portion,
Okay. So it was like $1,800 and some dollars.
Okay.
So, but we'd only in 1718 encumbered $1,700 for you. But we had to pay the bill, but we had over encumbered for Max and Pat. So we took part. We borrowed from Max,
and then
so
I'll
now
pay
you
it back.
pay him back
Yeah.
the 100 and whatever. 100 and
Yeah.
oh here,
That's not a
here I
problem.
have it on the sheet.
That's not a problem. I follow it.
Okay,
Do you guys
okay.
follow
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
It was
I-
162.33.
Yep, got it.
So that was the total for District 2 plus 465.58
Right.
is 1862.23. But we'd only encumbered 1,700,
short.
so we were short 162.
So I borrowed that. Yep.
So we
got
borrowed.
it.
Oh, here's
Got
my
it.
sheet.
Got
Okay.
it. Okay. Yeah, got it.
So there. Okay. So that's
Okay,
what we
got
did.
it. All right. That's fine.
Okay. Thank
That's
you.
great. And you guys realize that you don't get your money back till this year because we
Right.
encumbered it last year.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it'd just be a money trail for us when we're
Right.
audited to
Right.
make sure we do that. Is this the only transfer we have?
Yes.
Okay. Do we? I need
I
a
make a
motion.
motion to approve the transfer.
Second.
Hess move. Ronk seconded to approve the transfer of appropriation from D2 to D1 and from D2 to D. Oh, you
It
just
should
borrowed
just
it.
be-
D1. We just
Right,
borrowed it
yeah, I
from
just borrowed
D,
from Max,
One, just
yeah.
from Max. Okay. So just from you, Max. All in favor?
Bobbit.
Aye.
Ronk.
Aye.
Hess.
Aye.
All ayes. Motion carried unanimously.
Oh, this.
but we had encumbered, so the 1,700.
It was all in.
So that that office was a separate PO, correct?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Hello.
Thank you.
Do you have that on that Kim can? Okay, we're on that one now. Thank you. Okay, bye bye. Yes, they were all 3 separate POs.
Okay, got it.
And I do have copies of all the checks.
Yeah. I mean, you had a separate PO for our commissioner's office for the 1396.
Well, it'd been coming. Well, yours was just
okay.
out
You
of
just did.
they
I
were
got
just
it.
all out of highway.
I got you. Instead of putting it out of the one base account, we just did it out of. That's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
That's fine.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so on this one,
We're on now on the next.
Okay, we're now on transfer of
Yeah, yeah,
funds.
I'm sorry,
Error
yeah,
correction,
okay.
$77 D2 to D3 refund.
okay, so this is where the Missy came out first, and it went to D1 and D2. So then I went back over there and said it needed to do the split, but that didn't happen because, like, on the where's the
And why didn't it happen? I mean, if you told them to do the split, why didn't it happen?
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, because like, so here's your appropriations, that total, and you should have only got 604.15, and you got 681.15, which was that $77 difference. And then he should have gotten 343.17, and you got 266.17.
Okay.
So that's where.
We need to be really careful. This stuff we're always transferring, and it's getting kind of confusing. But we got to be a little more careful. Follow through on our paperwork. If you say do something and it doesn't get done, we need to follow out why it doesn't get done. So it's getting kind of complicated here. Okay.
Okay, okay.
All right.
So let's see. Is that the thing?
I've got your other part right here.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I need. Okay.
Okay. So we need. So, okay. We need to have the error correction of $77 from D2 to D3. Do we have a motion to approve that?
So moved.
Second.
Ronk moved, Hess seconded to transfer the error correction of $77 from D2 to D3 on the Kim Can ordeal. All in favor?
Bobbitt,
Aye.
Ronk,
Aye.
Hess.
Aye.
All ayes. Motion carried unanimously. Alrighty. Payment application number 3, Kyler Construction Group, courthouse and sheriff's office renovations, $352,153.34. So this is our payment number 3. A lot of it's on the roofing and the HVAC and electrical, some earthwork and storefront glazing and regrading. And Scott confirms all the work is done, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So do we have a motion to approve the application? Do you guys want to look at that
Aye.
first?
I so move.
Second.
Hess moves, Ronk seconds to approve payment number 3 to Kyler Construction Group for the county courthouse and sheriff's office renovation in the amount of $352,153.34. All in favor?
Bobbitt,
Aye.
Ronk,
Aye.
Hess.
Aye.
All ayes. Motion carried unanimously.
And we've already made sure that we've checked off that it's been completed.
Yeah,
So.
and I'll be honest, and Scott's really keeping up on stuff, and Larry, well, and I need to start sending you all the daily reports. I'm finally starting to get them on a regular basis, so I will start doing that. Do you guys want them every day, or do you want them once a week or
I think
something?
once a week is.
Because I don't always get them like every day. Sometimes I'll get 2 in one day or something.
Just
so.
forward them as you get them so you
Okay.
can keep them clean out of your
That's
box.
true, yeah. And I am printing them and keeping them in
Yeah.
a folder and saving them and all that stuff
Okay.
on my computer. So
Review payment of purchase orders and travel claims.
So moved.
Second.
Ronk moved, Hess second to review payment of purchase orders and travel claims. All in favor?
Bobbitt,
Aye.
Ronk,
Aye.
Hess.
Oops.
Aye.
Aye, aye, aye.
All ayes. Motion carried unanimously.
I don't have have Mindy come in, I'll go fix the minutes. Hello, can you come in for a moment, please? Thank you. Bye-bye. They're being purchase orders right now.
Okay.
Need me to move that file for you?
No, I'm good.
Oh my.
You have this one too.
Okay.
52 and 53, 34.
Right here.
Thank you. This is that code that you guys just approved.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
bags. You want to throw those over this way?
I'll hand them to you.
Thank you. Yeah, probably better not put them in this time.
I know.
Alex might not like it if we don't have them in the right order.
I've been taking all the paper clips off.
She'll be real happy with you.
We might need the sheriff up here when they get over there.
Sheriff probably doesn't want any part of that either.
Oh, man. Here's 2 more for you.
When we had time to do everything, what's the total overall?
It seems to me, I'm always wondering.
If they did the same thing on the
I work in the air conditioner. Those girls in there, I'm like, they freak me out.
It is cold.
Mm-hmm.
This oil field, I've been charging your oil field rate. So, just
That's a good question.
Just a question.
Well, that's a good thing I need to check.
Okay.
Could be. All we lack is finishing up.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna sign that one.
No.
You refuse, okay.
you look. Well, I just made you. I took and just made you a copy.
That would be easier.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
trying to figure it all out.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
I'm drooling. Well, at church on Sunday, I'd taken communion and I was the leader. And I had communion stuck down for us. I was trying to sing. And I was like, if they cough, it's going to go. You know, I'm trying to get it to swallow down. I needed a bigger swig of wine.
They really should take that into consideration, shouldn't they?
Well, sometimes they're drier than other times. It depends on how old those are. Day over it, you know. Moved on it in lower and I was trying to see. It was up here in my voice.
I'm just making myself notes.
No, I'm just trying to get this thing out of my eye.
Your finger?
Yeah.
Not the same thing.
And once you start messing with it, it just doesn't.
Oh, it gets worse.
Boy, I want to tell you all something. It's not on the agenda or nothing, but we went to the tour and it rained on us and soaked us. I mean, we had to go
Literally,
back.
yeah.
Literally soaked us. Went back and changed clothes, and then we had to get into our dress up, our suits and stuff,
Yeah.
and go back. And it rained, and then the sun come out, and I was in a suit, and we started walking, and I literally soaked my suit, everything. And this was hilarious. We got back to the elevator to the hotel, and I've walked tons, more than I've ever walked in 10 years.
I drug him everywhere.
She's got long legs. You know? Man.
Takes a long stride.
But we got back in the elevator to go up to our rooms, and here I am just literally dripping wet, and I look at this guy, and there's this guy standing there, and he's kind of looking at me, and I'm soaking wet, and I said, I turned to one of the other commissioners and said, man, I hope the gym's open. I need a good workout.
And that guy's eyes.
His eyes lit up. It was like, I've never seen a look like that. Like, you got to be kidding me. It was hilarious. I laughed about it even after he got off the elevator.
Hi, Randy. How are you doing? Hi, Jim.
Morning.
Yeah, you can come and find me.
Alright.
Come on down, Jim.
Promise not to beat on.
All right, well, depends on how you act.
I didn't say it wouldn't deserve it.
Yeah.
One more to go. Pat, you don't sign these if they're plus
Oh, okay.
here.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
I initialed, but I didn't sign.
Yeah, gotcha. Well, you initialed that you signed by accident.
Yeah. It's not really there. You see it, but it's not really there.
Sounds like Radar and Colonel Blake talking.
Yeah. Oh, we used to watch MASH. And Ronnie, I'd come in and I'd go, how can you watch that? Yes. you've watched it 50 times, that same episode. I love MASH, she'd say. I love MASH.
Me too.
Which I have. It's probably the one show that I've watched. I'm one of those. I want to watch it like one or two. You know, I don't like to watch the same episode. Yeah. If I've seen it once, I saw that one. Yeah.
You know what they're gonna say. You've watched it too.
Yeah, exactly. When you can repeat it, when you can say it before they say
I have
it.
a few of those ones.
Yeah. I can do that with MASH.
They're funny.
One day she said, "I'm so proud of Matt." I said, "Why?" She said, "She used to Golden Girls."
Phrase.
See ya.
I'm tired of hearing the drills and stuff going on. Of course, sure it's down here, second next floor up.
Yeah.
might be
Now
a little loud.
don't ask those girls up there.
I can see that. Speed the over sign.
Oh, yeah. When I'm dead and buried, right?
I didn't say that.
I guess you want us to go ahead and sign this.
That one up for,
Yeah.
yeah, that way we can go ahead and get the check out.
We might want to hold that for leverage yet.
The payment number, payment number 3. I
Oh.
like it.
No, we'll hold that
It's a
later.
Pretty good size one. It's like a half a million, I think.
There's retainage on there. We got that.
I'm like, that's really gonna bite into our budget there, that payment there.
Yeah, well, you guys ordered it. Come
That's
on.
right. I know you got to pay for what you ordered. don't
Exactly.
you? Now make sure that I got it the way it needs to be on those minutes, if you will, please.
Okay.
Hi, Ryan.
Come on in. How are you?
Hi.
Hi.
How you
This
doing,
one's
sir?
for Paul, right? Paul. Okay. You're clean shaven now. You look different.
Yep, I think that's okay.
Okay.
Good to see you.
Randy, very good. All right, you.
As it stands right now, we're only going to have 2 home football games.
2 home football games?
And they don't have any,
Why?
they don't have any bathrooms out there. Stands out right there.
Oh. You're gonna have to sign a contract with Porta Potty, huh?
Heck of a time to be in the district with 3 panhandle teams.
Oh, you got lots of traveling.
We were always
You're gonna have
scheduled.
to travel.
We were always scheduled to go to Boise City, but right now we're gonna have to go to Balco too,
I hated going back.
and maybe Buffalo too. Buffalo wouldn't
Not
be
too
so bad.
bad.
Yeah.
Going out and panhandle is good. Blows against the windshield. That's all that.
Well, it's Boise City is week 10. We might get blizzarded in out there.
Yeah.
You're not going to get to play any home games?
Right now we're scheduled for 2.
Wow.
He was saying they don't have bathrooms and stuff.
Yeah.
Is that what I mean?
Yeah, and I don't think they're gonna.
You'll never guess who I ran into in the Oklahoma City airport.
Senator Langford.
Well, I did him too. Bob Stoops.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So you guys hashed
And
it out
I mean,
for a
you
little while?
literally ran into him.
Yeah, I literally ran into him. Yeah.
You didn't knock him over, did you?
No, I didn't. I said, man, you probably get this a lot. You look like Bob Stoops. He said, yeah, I get that a lot. I said, well, are you? And he said, yes, I am. You know, he looked a little different. He didn't have, well, he had an OU bag that he was carrying, but he didn't have a
He
hat
wasn't all
or
decked out
clothes.
in
Yeah,
all his OU attire.
yeah. Got my picture with, well, Cindy and I both took our picture with James Langford. He rode the same plane we was on. We got to visit with him for 30 minutes. It was good.
I want to hold that one. I want to check on the prices on that.
Okay.
I know we signed it, but I want to
I'll
look
put
at
it
those. I
together.
want to check on those.
Yeah, they've been trying to pour a lot of concrete. And like last week, every day it rained.
I know. I know.
So they'd go pump water out and get it all dressed up and ready to go again, and then
And then the next day,
it'd rain again.
let's see, who made the motion on review?
Me.
Pat did, and I seconded. So,
Oh, I make copies. I brought copies.
Where was I cut off? Remember that? It's all cut off. I perfected it for you. And the lines around it.
You kind of have to watch.
I know. Oh, see his copy though. There's a snip behind it. Look at it. I'm a line girl.
I understand.
Pull up a chair. He's one that go all the time. He's I never seen. POs will be done in just
They're done.
They're done. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
I make a motion that we approve purchase orders and travel claims.
Second.
Hess moved, Ronk seconded to approve payment of purchase orders and travel claims. All in favor?
Bobbit.
Aye.
Wrong.
Aye.
Hess.
Aye.
All ayes. Motion carried unanimously. It's the hour of 10 o'clock, and on our agenda we have the item Z, Phase 2 of the Courthouse and Sheriff's Office renovation, Ambler Architect and Ocala Construction Group. So I need a motion to move down to item Z, please.
I make a motion we move down to item Z.
Second.
Hess moved, Ronk second at the hour of 10:01 to move to item Z on the agenda, Phase 2 of the Courthouse. All in favor?
Bobbit,
Aye.
Wrong,
Aye.
Hess.
Aye.
All ayes. Motion carried unanimously. Thank you. Well, gentlemen, thank you for coming today.
Thank you for having us.
All right. We have, we're going to consider the following changes to the courthouse and the sheriff's office. The first item is the contingency use in the amount of $1,575 to remove the existing jail roof hatch at the jail.
And that should say move and replace.
That's pretty much
Move.
That Scott will tell you that existing hatch there was in pretty tough shape, and we're also moving the hatch a little bit to the east to explain it, why we're doing that.
It was really close to
The ridge.
the ridge that hit, and basically what we were told was that they couldn't guarantee that not leaking.
They
So
said it
shifting
would
it-
be a metal roof, they could go a more.
Didn't we talk about this last time?
We did.
We did.
Yeah.
We talked about it, but we never approved the actual.
We didn't. Yeah, we didn't have that finalized number the last time.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Okay, the next item is the contingency usage in the amount of $1,102 to repaint the downspouts at the courthouse building or consider replacing them at a cost of $5,234.
And we discussed this when we were at the owners meeting a couple weeks ago. This is the price to paint the existing downspouts, which we would do to match the windows.
Well, okay, hold on just a sec, because Larry,
The flashing that we're using up there, the cream colored or the almond look flashing, we put that up against there, and it
It
kind of
matches
looked at the
more.
almond flashing. Since it's a brighter color, it probably lasts longer than the bronze.
Oh, okay.
That makes it on the downspout that it blends in well with the limestone.
Oh, okay.
That's going
well,
on
and
there.
what Larry said was that the lighter color, the cream colored, or that would match the limestone, would probably, the paint would hold up 10 years versus the dark.
That was going to be my
Would
first
be
question.
5,
How
yeah.
much was it going to fade?
Yeah, 5. So I personally think it would be better to do
We took the
the
template
lighter
of
color.
the almond colored flashing out there and stuck it up against there, and it looked pretty well.
Okay.
good, so.
I think the almond will fade, but you won't notice it as much over the darker
Probably,
color.
yeah.
But at the same time, we also got a price to replace the downspouts. Our concern is if we order new downspouts, they won't have the same mill thickness as what you have now.
Right.
And Scott, I think you agree that they're in good shape. They don't necessarily need
Yeah,
to
the only one
replace.
that's at fault is where that tree over here up at this corner rubbed against one and put some marks in it. Other than that, the rest of them are in pretty good shape.
With
Good
the
coat
old
of paint on.
hailstorms and everything
Yeah.
else and
Yeah,
not
I'm
been
kinda thinking
But
dented.
I mean, there's like little
Yeah, I am
things
too.
on it.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
new-
we had some pretty good ones. So,
The
yeah.
newer stuff I think would have hail damage. I think would be better off painting.
But you think the paint will last 10 years or so?
Well, you'll get somewhere between 5 to 10 years, but you can go as long as you can tolerate it. It's going to fade out.
Right.
But if you go with the cream color,
Yeah.
it's just going to get lighter, kind of a gray, maybe a little more gray to it as it goes. So I think it'll be fine.
The next item is contingency usage in the amount of $4,602 for fire escape platform addition revision.
When we originally designed the fire escape, we were just replacing what was there. Scott had mentioned that it's to get into that roof hatch is kind of dangerous, and like a platform on the top where it gets into the roof hatch. It's more of a safety issue than anything.
If you go with this $4,600, you climb up the stairs, and before you went straight onto the roof, and the hatch was kind of in front. The hatch has now moved over a little bit. So you go up the stairs, step onto a platform next to the stairs, which has a handrail on it, so you can't accidentally fall off the roof. Be able to operate the hatch and be able to climb in or climb back out, but you're climbing onto that platform. I think that also gives you a place that you can drop a rope to haul materials up if you need to replace filters or tools or whatever it is. So it does make it a lot safer for accessing that roof.
Okay, my second question is the roof have a lock on it? The hatch itself is locked?
Yeah, the hatch itself is locked
I thought
and stuff. Yeah.
Somebody could climb up on the roof, but that's all the farther to go.
That's what I was just getting at.
It's just like our roof. The only thing is now that we have tin up there and stuff, winter or anything like that.
Just a little slicker.
I have no grip. I have no grip, so the only thing that stops my fall was the ladder instead of the. Now I have a platform sitting right in front of the door, so if I should slip or something, I have that platform to hit first. This has a wall around it, so if you slip, you're going to hit the wall and not go off. That has no wall, no stopping feature or anything like that. So it was safer to put a platform right there with a guard on it, so that
these
any
stairs
slip features you'll be going right down on that platform.
And the ladder starts from that upper platform. So you have to climb the stairs to get to that second level before you can climb up that ladder to go on out.
Sheriff Sterling, would there be any concerns for you on that, having that on there?
No.
Okay. Alrighty. The next item is credit to contingency in the amount of $8,400 for delaying the interior window finish until the next phase.
Yeah, we've discussed this before. That's trimming out the windows. We'll do that on the next phase. So Kyler gave us a credit for this, and then he'll charge us on the next phase.
Okay. All right.
And before you vote on these, I'd given you our summary. Just please bear in mind a couple of things. First, you had previously approved the electrical fixes on the second and third floor at an amount not to exceed like $3,500, something like that.
Just under, I think.
Yeah, we don't have those amounts yet, so the $56,000 is a little bit misleading.
Not exactly.
And then we also have a couple of other items that we're going to bring to you later. We don't have the pricing on yet, but they're $1,500, $2,000 items. So I just didn't want you to be misled by the $56,000 because we don't have the pricing on the electrical yet. But I think we're doing pretty good as far as keeping to the budget.
All right. So our items are we need to. Does anybody have any heartburn in separating these out or voting on them together?
I don't.
I don't have a problem.
Problem with any of these? Any other questions you need? Any more information needed?
Well, just to clarify, we're going to do the paint instead of the replacing of the.
I would think that would be a better option.
And use the lighter color.
Yes, and use the lighter almond color.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I would ask for a motion.
I move to approve the following items and use the money out of contingency.
I'll second that.
Ronk moved, Hess seconded to approve in contingency use of $1,575 to remove and replace the existing jail roof hatch at $1,102 to repaint the downspouts with the almond color to match the flashing, to add on $4,602 for the fire escape platform, and to delete $8,400 to delay the interior window finish until phase 2. All in favor?
Bobbitt.
Aye.
Roth.
Aye.
Hess.
Aye.
All ayes. Motion carried unanimously. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Anything else we need to be brought up to?
We were going to talk about the
Phase 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're ready for that.
I just want to make sure we
Okay.
get to that.
Okay.
And basically what I want to hear from the commissioners is what are you thinking is included in that scope. We'll get moving on it, but I want to make sure we hear from you first. What you think needs to be included in it. Because you may know some things we haven't heard yet.
Well, we want to know what's behind all these walls. We'd like to get rid of all this paneling.
Right.
So, but we need to know what's behind it to know if that's viable or, if it's something or
So we may need to get Tyler to come over and take off some paneling.
Paneling.
Just so we can see what it
See,
looks like.
you know, are we dealing with something that is asbestos behind it, so you can't remove it, or is it plaster? Is it repairable, or do we
I'm
need to go back
assuming it's
with wood?
plaster walls.
That's what I'm kind of assuming.
You
But
know, whether that's on a
That's
wood
kinda what we
stud
found so
or
far,
on
I
a
think.
clay tile.
right.
Back
But the removal that they created over the door over that way in Cindy's office, it was like plaster and then.
And then had like
Clay block.
Yeah, clay
Well-
block, yeah.
yeah.
And that's the same way as when they removed some paneling up on the third floor or the new chases to go in. It was
It may be
plaster walls there too, so.
maybe the right answer may come down to we take the paneling down, but we come back with drywall over top of the sleepers that are already there. Because I imagine we're going to find a lot of damage to the plaster that's occurred over the years.
Do-
And trying to lay sheetrock onto that's not going to work. But if we've got sleepers, then we can attach it right back up to that.
Was also wondering, I've kind of looked, but I can't find. Do we know what the inside original was? Was it wood? Was it wood,
Yes.
real wood, or was it?
Oh, as far as the finishes?
Yeah. What was? Do we know what might have been here originally? I'd like to also know what's under our carpeting. We need to probably take all that up. I'd like to know what's under all that. We know we've got some huge electrical issues.
Yeah, the floor is going to be concrete. It's going to be a concrete structure. This floor, anyway. I assume the upper floor is
Well,
probably
the
concrete.
the treasurer's
cap
office
on it.
was wood.
Yeah.
The treasurer's office, if you'll go in there, she's redone hers. Hers is
Okay.
wood. Hers is
Well, but there may be
ton and group.
concrete below that.
Right. Okay.
I
We'd
mean-
like to see what is under
Because
it.
you've got, and I'm basing it on the fact that I know we've got some concrete columns in this
Okay.
in the building, so I think there's a platform of concrete. There may have been wood applied to the top of it to give a finish. But yeah, we can do a little research to figure out.
We also know we have electrical issues. All of these have to be numbered because they're not all. Every room is not wired independently.
Okay.
So we need to track that down and
That's one of the things there too. We noticed that when Dina's office blew a breaker, we had to come down into Cindy's office to flip the breaker. When the cutters moved, blew a breaker in Cindy's office, I had to go up to the second floor to flip the breaker. So
That's typical courthouse.
so
It worked on many times. I'm
what
sure.
I was kind of looking at is just an individual breaker box.
Sounds like an overview
Unit
of
for
government.
each floor, each
Yeah,
floor.
it
That
does.
controls that floor, so that way I'm not having, because I have to go get the paper to go find out where the breaker was. And stuff. So they told me it was up on the second floor. And they had HVAC had removed, was removing some of the ducting on the second floor, and they hit one of the little boxes up there, and a wire just fell out, and it caused no electricity in the judge's office for half the section of the courthouse. And they're around, so they finally figured it out. It took them better part of 3 hours to figure it out. It was just a wire that came loose in the box. So they got it and got it wired back up. So just kind of throwing that out there to let you know. I know we have wiring issues and electrical issues, but it might be something to look at.
And in today's environment, we'd like to look at some kind of security doors,
Okay.
lockdowns type deals.
And what do you mean by that? Just explain that a little more.
Well, I don't know, but what is a bulletproof door type? Something that you do have someone come in that if you lock your door, it's actually a solid door.
In the individual offices?
Yeah.
The hallway?
Are you looking at the hallway or
Yes.
the entry into the building?
No.
Okay.
Well, that's probably not a bad idea on our entry. I hadn't even thought of the entry door, but I was thinking in our individual offices. So we do have an active shooter. Each office can lock their door and have some sense of security. Obviously, nothing's 100%.
Yeah, it's a little challenging when they can step over and shoot through the wall.
Yeah, that's
you know,
true.
if it's not bulletproof.
Yeah,
we run
that's
into that
true.
quite a bit. But there's things that we can do to slow them down and make it where you can lock your office and at least have some protection to get away from the door.
Time to run to the vault.
Yeah.
Would it be cheaper to buy a solid gun?
I'm sorry. Say that. Buy us all a gun?
Yeah, it wouldn't be cheaper to buy us all a
It might be cheaper, but it might be a lot more scary.
Oh, I don't think so.
Oh, you don't think so?
But just, you know, I don't know everything about security for our buildings,
Yeah, we
but
can look at some options.
We presently have some little
Panic
hot
buttons.
buttons, but maybe something that's more permanent. I know some offices have them, some offices don't.
Okay.
You know.
They don't.
No, I don't think Brandon's office doesn't have one. Yeah, somebody. Yeah, no. Yeah.
Which we probably need to test.
Yeah. So,
It needs to be
but
replaced.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
something.
Do they ring over the sheriff's
They
office?
yes,
Okay.
they go directly to the sheriff's
Is
office.
it disconnected the buzzer yet?
They actually go over our repeater system.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
And you know exactly which buzzer's been buzzed, right? So,
yes.
so.
Sorry.
But you might get with him, and I don't know, Scott, if the system's a good enough system or if we need a different. I mean, you might discuss that with him, see what we need to
Well, it
do.
certainly needs to be tested.
Right.
And when I say tested, all of the locations set it off. to
Yeah,
make sure.
that Brandon was supposed to be doing that as a safety meeting a few months ago. I don't know if he ever did that or not. No, it was supposed to be. He was going to coordinate with you to make sure that you knew that it was a safety meeting.
With them doing electrical work on the second and third floor, certainly all that needs to be tested because they could have disconnected it without knowing that they did it.
So,
You know, they may have found it as a wire and said it's not active, so,
right.
you know, what do we need to do here?
So that's kind of the basic stuff.
Okay.
And, you know, and we don't know what we'd be coming back with because until we know what we have behind, you know, what we're dealing with, we don't know what we want to replace it with.
What about over at the sheriff's office? What are we going to do over there?
That was my question, because I hadn't heard anything about things.
And the only reason I said that it was on the agenda, so I'm just asking.
Well, I don't know, Scott. I haven't. We are behind on our jail inspections. Actually, we need to come over and do. We didn't do our jail inspection this year, so we really need to go over and do a jail inspection. So maybe we'll have that, and you can walk us through what you've got. I know you've done a lot of updates on your own already. So
One big issue we have is our plumbing, but that would be something that probably needs to be done in stages as we can, since we have, you know, it's actively being used 24 hours a day. But the plumbing's in bad shape. It's had Band-Aid after Band-Aid after Band-Aid in it. So that might be a consideration.
okay.
In the old plumbing, we have to deal with very low water pressure, especially during the summertime, and it's really hard for those inmates to flush those toilets. I mean, it's flush after flush after flush after flush to finally get some new water. And that's due to, I think, probably hard water deposits. The old lines are really small, and during the summertime when the water usage is up in town, it's hard to have enough pressure to shoot it up to the second floor.
Okay.
A lot of times when we have him come over to look at a toilet that's not working, it ends up being low water pressure most of the time.
Is it something that you're getting from the city more than the building?
The pressure part would be, that's available to come up would be from the city. I don't know if a bigger or newer line would help more come up or not. It may not.
Well, I mean, there's the option of going in with a ladder tank and a booster pump. And then
I see.
then you're basically sucking water out of the
Correct.
city system. And that may be an option. Because if the city's only providing you with low pressure, you know, then I think the only way we can do it is boost it. And you use a pressure tank so the pump doesn't have to stay on all the time. And it'll kick on as somebody uses something, you know, as the pressure goes down in that tank. But yeah, you've got pressure built up to push water to the second floor. Okay. Do you have low pressure problems over here in the courthouse?
Yes, every once in a while we do.
Okay.
How's that? Do you know what size line that is going into the jail?
I think it's a 3-inch main. I think it's a 3-inch main that goes in there.
That's right.
And I think everything else is either a 3/4 or
Is that still galvanized pipe?
yeah, that's still galvanized pipe from a long time ago.
Groundwater is so hard and corrosive.
That pipe's probably been in there ever since the office has been built.
So it may only be a quarter-inch.
Yeah.
It might be 3 inches in diameter, but you're probably only getting an inch and a half of water running through it.
I mean, 3 inches, a 3-inch may not be fine. It'll be the line inside the building.
Yes.
That's the problem. Because those will, especially if they're galvanized, will have corroded up and could almost seal off.
Get plugged, yeah.
So,
Because I know there's a reducer on it somewhere.
okay. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll focus on doing some investigation on this building. Let you do your jail investigation or site inspection.
Okay.
And then we can get back together to talk about the jail particularly, but we'll get them to pull some paneling loose so we can get a better handle on what's below some of it. Confirm we've got concrete floors down below here.
And if there's wood under it, and if the wood is any good, or
Okay.
salvageable, or what we have there.
How about an updated key fob system for the courthouse doors?
That's security.
And I was even thinking, they do one now with a fingerprint and not a fob that can be added and deleted at any point in time.
Yeah, they have a proximity fob that you just walk through the door and unlock it. You don't have to swipe it. You don't have to get it out of your purse or out of your pocket to use it. It's a proximity type thing. So that may be one option.
I was just talking about the ones that you just put your finger on it and.
Well, any of those systems, you can take somebody out of the system.
Right. Yes.
In just a minute, you can get online and say,
Yeah.
I don't want this person in the building anymore.
Yeah.
Well,
for
like
whatever
at the
reason.
bank we had where you just had to enter a 40-foot hub.
Right.
Proximity work.
It's like a fob, but it's just if it's in your purse.
Yeah, your purse.
Like your
You
car key.
just walk up and you get close enough within the.
Your car's probably the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start your
Why
car
don't
if
you
you
get
got the
with
fob with you.
Sheriff Sterling and discuss some of those options? Because he does that part of it is taken care of out of his office. It's housed over there.
And it's outdated and it's hard to get it reconfigured.
Yeah, so that would be a good one. Does that give you a starting point?
Yeah, I have the real challenging question. What kind of budget money are we looking at?
About the same, probably,
Okay.
as what we had
Okay.
last
I just
year.
don't want
Little as possible.
Well, I know the answer to that part. I understand that. Don't spend any more than we have to.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I'm not looking and
Yeah.
thinking one number and you're
Yeah,
thinking totally
about the
different.
same.
Okay, that'll work.
Okay. Alrighty. Any other questions on that?
I don't know if this will be related or to phase 2 or if it needs to be brought up underneath this business, but on that picture I had sent you of the water leak above the south doors,
Oh, yes.
I had Larry get up there. We found that the beam has no structural issues to it. It's just all the plaster and stuff that's broke out, but there is 2 big large gaps in the ceiling of the concrete up there. Over the weekend over here in the south, over the weekend I was called up here because there was water all over the south entrance doors.
Well, that needs to be addressed now,
Yeah.
ASAP. Whatever we need to do on that needs that we don't need to wait on.
Yeah.
That needs. I thought we were. I'm sorry, Scott. I thought we was already addressing that issue. So yes, let's move forward on getting that fixed.
The balcony roofing has not been done yet, and Larry's,
Will that take care of it when they do that?
we're gonna
I-
look. Larry's gonna look at this a lot closer
Okay.
and see if there's any other, maybe something missed by the mason or something that hadn't been sealed up. Because he tends to think it's on the south side of the handrail up there.
Okay.
So he's gonna get up there and take a look at that and see what we can find.
We are re-roofing that little
Yes.
piece up there, it just hadn't been done yet. So
Right.
that's-
You're
that's
thinking
what I-
maybe
Yeah,
that
that
will
was
take
my-
I
care of
wasn't sure if we'd done it already and
Not
then you
yet.
still have
Not
that
this
gap. Okay.
it. Okay.
So that may take care of it, may not. But we'll find out.
Okay. Alrighty.
And I know we've left these windows open where you've replaced the windows, but we talked about
Right, and that'll be part of
Yeah,
the
yeah, don't forget that.
Whatever.
Don't forget that phase.
Okay.
Don't forget
No, you don't
that.
have to worry. He's not gonna let me.
Okay, all right.
No, we'll get that corrected
Yeah.
once and detailed out once we know what we're gonna do with the
Right.
walls.
Well, I lived in an old house, used to live in a real old house, and the windows were sealed up just fine. It was where the window went into the house.
I think we may be rebuilding, since we're gonna take everything off, we may rebuild those window boxes so that we move them out so that the frame's not buried into the wall. And change that as we're going through that. Because when we take this off, you're gonna see a 2x4 frame around that window.
And they've replaced a lot of the frame.
And rebuild
when
that
they're
to
putting
where
those
it's the right
windows in.
depth to match the new window frames because they're pulled in real tight. I think we want to make sure everything gets covered and sealed.
Where's that the
I'm
jet?
saying.
Okay.
So we're working on that.
Very good.
Ours don't shake with the wind anymore. It's fabulous.
You like
I
that?
like to hear that. That's good.
That is good.
That one they didn't even have to pull on it. They just like he just like pushed it and it came right out.
Really?
Did we talk about that?
I like to hear comments like that. At least we can tell them we got the right windows.
All right. I think we've exhausted that portion of the agenda, and with that, I would entertain a motion to move back to item E.
So moved.
Second.
Ronk moved, Hess seconded to return to item E at 10:28 a.m. All in favor? Thank you very much.
And
Thank
approved
you.
blanket.
And approved blankets.
Okay.
All in favor?
Bobbitt.
Aye.
Ronk.
Aye.
Hess.
Aye.
All ayes. Motion carried. So the blankets have been
And that was
approved.
10.
28. And approved. Okay. Item F. Acknowledge the sale of scrap iron D2.
Okay, I was
good, 'cause
wondering.
Yeah, I have. Paul brought him to me.
Okay. I was thinking, oh,
You're
dear,
like, oh, no.
I forgot to bring that.
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Can we acknowledge the scrap iron sale for District 1? I know it doesn't have District 1 listed on there, but I brought the paperwork over
Okay,
to...
I think that was a typo. I think it was supposed to say D1 and D2, so
Oh,
can we
okay,
just
okay.
say that D1
Sure.
and
You guys
D2?
don't mind?
No.
No.
Okay.
On August 14th, Robert Moss contacted Ponca Iron, Enid Iron, and Southside Iron. The mixed metal from Ponca was $80 a ton, and plate and structure was $135. Enid Iron, the mixed was $80 to $90 a ton, long iron $100, and short was $120. And from Southside, a mixed was $80, long was $100, and short was $110. So we sold our mixed metal to Enid Iron. We sold 4,540 pounds, and we sold our long iron to Ponca City, 10,340 pounds. And the documentation is all here. And Max, what is yours?
Desi's got the deal. We called Enid Iron and Metal, and we called Southside. Neither one of them would accept them packers. We hauled them two old double drum packers off, the old Austin Western, which we called over to Ponca City, and they would take them for $100 a ton. But neither one of the two in Enid would accept them. So we hauled them over there. We got a check for $1,547. We didn't weigh them separately. They're both weighed together. So District 1, District 2, and District 3 shares in the ownership of one of the packers. So we split the $1,547 in half, and then we divided in thirds half of that. So each one of you will get $280 some or so. That's what we done. But we hauled them over to
Let's make sure the paperwork gets done on that.
Yeah.
So.
And the paperwork is, Desi's got that
Okay.
paperwork.
And she's attaching that to the receipt when it comes to my office,
Correct.
so we'll know how to, okay.
Yeah, my dollar figures were on there.
This was the first one.
Yeah, I was in there with
This
her when
was
she
the first one.
divided it.
Yeah, your dollar
And-
figures.
Yeah, my
are
dollar
on.
figures
Yeah.
on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Alrighty, so we acknowledge the sale of the scrap iron for those. Item G, H, and I believe we can probably do those as one motion. Pat, how do they look good to you?
Yes, that's fine to me. I move to approve the notice to bidder 24, 25, and 26-2018 for sale of 2015 Mack trucks.
I'll second that motion.
Ronk moved, Hess second, to go out for notice to bidder 24, 2018, 25, 2018, 26, 2018. Each one is individually for the sale of a 2015 Mack truck, and the serial numbers are listed on our agenda. Please list those in the minutes. All in favor?
Bobbit.
Aye.
Ronk.
Aye.
Hess.
Aye.
All ayes. Motion carried unanimously.
And just so it can be in the minutes, I don't know which one is which, but they range in mileage anywhere from 178,000 miles to 211,000 miles. And I will get with you probably tomorrow on who all to
Oh, okay.
mail
Send
out
those
to.
out too. Okay,
Mhm.
yeah.
I'm going to do some more tire kicking to see if there's anybody.
It might be more interested in.
Can we put them on any of those online auctions like Purple Wave, or I know there's a whole bunch of them out there. Can we do that? I mean, I don't know. If
As
we
long as
can,
we've
but-
surplused them, yeah, we can go out for public auction like that.
Because they're advertised, so I don't know how that works, but we've never done
Well,
it. But
And what's the names?
well, there's a couple of them there.
Big
There's
Iron.
Big
Big
Iron
Iron
and Purple Wave.
They're online.
They're online auctions, but but the problem is you don't open those bids, so they're different. If you want
They're
to
public
proceed-
auction, just like
taking the tractor down.
Yeah.
To,
but they're not
yeah.
a sealed bid. This is a sealed
Yeah.
bid.
Yeah.
So that would be different. So, okay. Item J, declaration of surplus for 2018-105 battery backup, a file server, a scanner from the treasurer's office. We have a motion to...
I make a motion that we surplus it.
for just that one or the next one too.
Well, the next one's the disposal. Where
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
good. I second it.
Okay. Hess moves, Wrong seconds, to surplus the battery backup, the file server, the scanner. Be sure the minutes list that in the serial numbers. All in favor?
Bobbit.
Aye.
Ronk.
Aye.
Hess.
Aye.
All ayes. Motion carried unanimously. Okay, now we can do the disposal of KL&M resolution 2018-106, 107, and 108 for the battery backup, the file server, and the scanner to dispose, and they are all going to be destroyed. They're junked.
Move to dispose.
Second.
Wrong.
You're doing all three.
Yeah. Ronk moved, has seconded to dispose of the battery backup, the file server, and the scanner. You need to list who they were purchased from, how much they were. It's all on. It's on
it's
here.
on
It's
there.
on here.
Okay,
It's on
gotcha.
here.
Okay.
But you
Yeah,
need to
yeah.
put that in the
Minutes.
minutes. Yeah, you have to put when, who, what, when, where, and why.
Yeah. All the
in favor-
information that's
yeah,
on the form. Yeah.
Exactly. All in favor?
Bobbit.
Aye.
Ronk.
Aye.
Hess.
Aye.
All ayes. Motion carried unanimously. Let's see. Declaration of surplus 2018-109, a printer from the county clerk's office. Do we have a motion to...
I make a
To
motion
surplus.
surplus.
Second.
Hess moves, Wrong seconds, to surplus the Savin printer, serial number listed, from the county clerk's office. All in favor?
Bobbit.
Aye.
Ronk.
Aye.
Hess.
Aye.
All ayes. Motion carried unanimously.
There's four there. That one's different.
I move to dispose of it.
I'll second that motion.
Ronk moves, has seconds, to dispose of the Savin printer from the county clerk's office. It is to be junked, and again list all the who, what's, where's, and whys. All in favor?
Bobbit.
Aye.
Ronk.
Aye.
Hess.
Aye.
All ayes. Motion carried unanimously. Okay. I have a new part-time help in the office when Paul is out of town. Jerry Fries, I'd like to have her as a receiving officer to keep our paperwork up to date.
Second.
So Bobbit moved. Bobbit moved and seconded to approve Jerry Fries as a receiving officer for D2. All in favor?
Bobbit.
Aye.
Wrong.
Aye.
Hess.
Aye.
All ayes. Motion carried unanimously.
I make a motion that we designate Kimberly Elson as the receiving office for the Holly Fire Department.
Second.
Hess moves. Wrong seconds to approve Kimberly Elson as the Holly Fire Department receiving officer. All in favor?
Bobbit.
Aye.
Wrong.
Aye.
Hess.
Aye.
All ayes. Motion carried unanimously. Let's see. The Sheriff's Office monthly report.
I guess it shows as Kimber Elson.
Isn't that her name, Kimber?
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Did
Yeah.
I say
Yeah.
Kimberly? I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Kimber.
Yeah,
The minutes, be sure to note that it's Kimber.
I thought you said Kimberly.
I think it is just Kimber. I'm pretty sure it's just Kimber.
Yeah.
I like your haircut.
Cindy got her haircut too.
I did it myself.
Did you?
Yeah, I cut my own hair.
I do too.
What size of bowl did you
Yeah.
use? Tell my dad
Well,
used.
you should see Cole's haircut. He paid like $30 for it down in Midland, and he said, "I'm never going back to that barber again." He goes, "When it's wet, I look like Dumb and Dumber."
Michael, that's one thing about him. My son, he likes his hair short, so he just shaves.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
If I can blend a cap, I can.
I move to approve the Sheriff's monthly officer report for July 2018, subject to audit.
I'll second that.
Ronk moved. Hess second to approve the July 2018 Sheriff's monthly report subject to audit. All in favor?
Bobbit.
Aye.
Wrong.
Aye.
Hess.
Aye.
All ayes. Motion carried unanimously. Let's see. This is another beverage license application for a bar club, Thirsty Buffalo.
Formerly known as Alma's.
Oh,
Where at?
really?
Where?
Medford, Oklahoma.
Really?
Care of Mark Bramlett. Huh. Well, that's good. All right.
I make a motion to approve Mark
To grant. is
to
what they-
grant.
Yeah. That's all you guys have to do is just
We
say
are going
grant.
to grant. we
You
are
recommend that they grant the...
We recommend to the Able Commission to grant them the alcohol beverage license.
Okay. I make a motion that we recommend to grant them their license.
Second.
Yes, move. Wrong second to recommend to the Able Company to grant a mixed beverage application to Thirsty Buffalo in care of Mark Bramlett per ADA Young. All in favor?
Bobbit.
Aye.
Wrong.
Aye.
Hess.
Aye.
All ayes. Motion carried unanimously.
And these are the next item.
Okay, let's see. We got number 3.
So instead of like voiding number 3, they went in and they changed it. But then I do have the updated, the revised contract amount has been corrected.
Okay, so I wish they'd gave it in like 3A or something.
I know. I do have the old ones here.
Okay.
If you want to look at them.
Okay, because it gets confusing.
Yeah.
So this is where are their numbers? Okay,
Right here.
So I'm going to call this 3A, just because we've had a 3.
Right.
And it gets too confusing
In the minutes,
In
yeah.
the minutes, okay. And the numbers have been upgraded.
Yes.
So the 4, we're going to just know. Okay.
Yeah.
So what are these individual items or are these one item? Let's see how we have this. Consider 3, 4, 5. Okay, 3 is a separate one. Okay, let's deal on them separately. 3A is replacing 3, and they're going to originally they're going to delete the bathroom, and instead they're going to keep the bathroom, but they're going to substitute an on-demand water heater in lieu of the bigger one. So it'd be they're going to deduct $1,500. So do we have a motion to approve that?
I make a motion to approve.
Second.
So Hess moves. Get this down here. And Ronk seconds to approve change order 3A for the substitute on the on-demand water heater in lieu of for deduct of $1,500. All in favor?
Bobbit.
Aye.
Ronk.
Aye.
Hess.
Aye.
All ayes. Motion carried unanimously. Item, let's see, so we did that one. The next one is item 4 and 5, which we have already approved. However, because item 3A is now in place, it changes the previous orders and the amounts. So we need to approve the new change order
Revised
contract amounts.
So
Yes.
moved.
Okay.
Second.
So Ronk moves, Hess seconds to approve the revised contract amounts for change order 4 and 5 for Lamont Fire Department. All in favor?
Bobbit.
Aye.
Ronk.
Aye.
Hess.
Aye.
All ayes. Motion carried unanimously. And item V is change order number 6. They're going to add a keyless lock set to the exterior door, their west entry and their south entry, for an add-on of $1,552.50. We have a motion to approve that.
I so move.
Second.
Hess moved, Ronk seconded to approve change order 6 with an add of $1,552.50 for a keypad lock set to exterior door 07A west entry and 02A south entry for the Lamont Fire Department. All in favor?
Bobbit.
Aye.
Ronk.
Aye.
Hess.
Aye.
All ayes. Motion carried unanimously. Okay, agricultural lease form between Grant County and Tanner Bushnell Farms for the south half and southeast quarter. This is the one we went out for bids on, and it's a 3-year lease for $400.
And he has paid.
Okay.
Yeah. They both have paid.
Okay. Alright, and the
Send it
ADA
Okay.
has signed off and as to form only, so there are 3 originals here. Do we have a motion to sign the contract?
So moved.
Second.
Ronk moved, has seconds to approve the ag lease one between Grant County and Tanner Bushnell Farms for the south half, southeast quarter of 24-26-6. All in favor?
Bobbit. Ronk.
Aye.
Hess.
Aye.
All ayes. Motion carried unanimously.
And I have the next one. I didn't get it back from the DA. It's real timely, so I've sent it to Dennis. Dennis has paid, but I haven't
Got it back from
action
him.
on that one yet.
Okay. Okay. Do we have any road crossing permits? Under road crossing permits, I would make note that the County of Kingfisher is being sued by 3 independent oil companies on their road crossing permits. That's just an FYI.
Okay.
Okay, we've done Z, we've done AA, we're down to BB. BB is payment of ATT.
And I don't know that we
We've
really
done
need to.
that.
Yeah,
We've already done.
Yeah.
That's pretty much done.
Yeah.
Done. Okay. CC. Acknowledge fund balancing for 7/31/18 between the treasurer and the county clerk.
Just so we can show them.
Did you bring
I want the one that actually has them split out.
Did you bring the documentation of the appropriations?
Oh,
that
no, I haven't. No, I
No?
didn't have time to get that already. But, I mean, do we want to wait and do it next week, or do you want to go ahead and have it?
Depends on if they want the
Okay.
documentation.
We've been working on getting the balancing. Now, the appropriations are here. I'll let you guys have a copy of this. I've been working with Penny, and she's been helpful, and we're trying to get things squared away to where we balance on a monthly basis. We're in balance, and I just didn't get it all pulled out. Here, I'll give you a copy of this, Penny.
Okay.
And so we're in balance, with the exception, and we're still working on it. It's just been busy last couple of weeks. So we're off on rural fire by well, it was 909, and then when I split it out, I'm like 1,500. So it's less than $2,000.
Okay.
We did get highway. We found the 1398, so we know what that is. So we're in balance on that. The general fund. Now, okay. Do we get? We should be able to. Should we be able to balance that account? So, and it's an area that I'm going to have to work with Alex on, because I don't know that she's entering every. I mean, that's the only way we're going to be able to get it to balance is every miscellaneous receipt has to be entered into our system, right?
Not just the miscellaneous receipt, but the taxes that are collected, and because general and health are based on estimated taxes from our budget maker, we have to take in consideration how much he estimates, but also how much we collect. So I mean, it's kind of a weird formula. It's not going to be the formula that you've got here.
Oh, okay.
And it's not going to be my formula, but it's going to have to be a different. We have to have a couple of other columns.
Okay.
But I mean, it's something that we
need to do, yeah, and
definitely can work on it.
Yeah.
But I see on this thing that you've got on the 1398 for the highway.
Yeah, I
don't have what I showed. The last thing that you gave me was the 54,501.79. So I don't have a different amount on that.
On that, okay. Well, I just know I've got some issues on highway, and I haven't completely figured out why I got a difference. Well, because I see what you're saying. The 54,000 isn't showing on the.
Yeah, the last figure that I had for you, we were different on highway was $54,000, and now this morning it's 1398, which we know is is Marvin Barwick.
Oh, the what? Yeah, the 1398. Yes. Well, the 5498, I think, is supposed
54,501.79.
Okay.
That's the last information I have.
Okay. Well, this is when I went ahead and split it out this way, and then I put it over here. Then, because that was the was that the ending? Yeah, that was the unexpended. I got that in the wrong column. The 54,000 should be the unexpended for.
What was you meaning about Martin Barwick?
Remember, he had a check for $13.98, and it was about to expire.
Yes.
After a year, we went ahead and issued it to him again.
And he still hadn't.
And he still hadn't
cashed it.
I'd say if it's his fault, if we've done it twice, it's just forget it.
I totally agree, but we were giving him another shot.
I can't remember on that.
And
but
that is the 1398 problem. But
okay,
I didn't. The rest of it I don't know, because it was what I have from you is
prove
different.
it back. I can prove it back to you. So
that's what I don't have. I don't have any documentation from you.
Yeah, I'll get that to you. I just was busy working on this other stuff and didn't get back to getting all that stuff pulled out. So I do have it. I didn't just put numbers in. I have supporting documentation of my figures.
Very good.
Okay, I think. Do you want more explanation, or are you good with that? And then we'll come back.
Yeah,
with it
you
again.
can put it back. Yeah, that'd be fine.
I just wanted you to walk over here and say hello. All right. Oh, here you can have the blankets.
Okay.
Oh, and here, yeah, these are signed. These are all signed.
Does anybody have a problem with a 5-minute recess?
No, we can take a, we can,
I move to recess.
I'll second that.
okay, yeah, at 10:51, Ronk moves to take a short recess, and Hess seconds. All in favor?
Bobbit,
Aye.
Ronk,
Aye.
Hess.
All ayes, motion carries. The next item will be on our agenda will be the 11 o'clock to discuss the budget, so. Okay, that works.
So you'll give me the documentation
Yeah.
this week and then we'll.
Yes, I will.
Next
Yes,
Monday?
yes. Because now
Okay.
I'll have time to do that. So yes, because I thought that was just to put a file like this.
Cindy, you might put up there we're on recess
Oh,
and
yes,
turn the
thank you.
volume off.
Yes.